Okay, so let's do another example. Let's do u sub 1 equals 3.75, and u sub n, so each term is equal to the previous term, u sub n minus 1. Let's go ahead and add 0.25 onto it. So let's go ahead and do this the quick way. So if I start with a 3.75, that's my u sub 1, I know that's my first term. I need to each time add 0.25. So I take the previous one and I add 0.25. So this is going to give me 4. I'm going to go ahead and put 4.00 just so that we're consistent on all of these with how many decimal places we're using, though it's not super important. Okay, so 4.00. So my next term, I know I need to add 0.25 again, so 4.25, and then I add 0.25 again, and I get 4.50. Okay, so if I wanted to do this sort of a method for finding each of those terms, I can say, okay, u sub 2 is going to be, if I replace the n with the 2, n minus 1 is a 1, so this would be u sub 1 plus 0.25, and u sub 1 we knew was a 3.75, so we add 0.25 and we get 4.00. So this is just an example of how we arrive at these numbers here. Okay, so you've probably noticed that in all the examples we've done so far, the pattern has to do with adding and subtracting something. So in our first example, back when we were first talking about sequences, we had that sequence. It was 7, 11, 15, 19, 23, and 27. So in that one, we were adding 4 each time. And this one right here, our example 1 in this set of examples, we had a minus 3, so we're subtracting 3. In this example, adding 0.25. These are all a certain type of sequence that's called an arithmetic sequence. So I'm going to go ahead and write this down here. These are arithmetic sequences. So let's do one more example of an arithmetic sequence. So let's say u sub 1 equals negative 17. And let's let u sub n equal to u sub n minus 1. What should we do with that? Let's go ahead and subtract 10. Make it nice and easy. Okay, so if we're trying to list out the first 4 terms, our first term is a negative 17. Our next term, if we subtract 10 from negative 17, is going to become even more negative. So if we take 10 away from negative 17, we'll get negative 27. Then we take another 10 away, we get to negative 37. It's like we're in debt to somebody, and that debt keeps growing and growing. Okay, so then take another 10 away, negative 47. Okay, so then dot, dot, dot. Okay, so these are the first 4 terms of this sequence. Again, we could do this way of showing how they're calculated. I'm not going to worry about that for now. We're going to go ahead and break right here. We know this is these are arithmetic sequences. In our next video, we'll talk a little bit more about arithmetic sequences.